7 facts about the battle that caused Napoleon's downfall. The Battle of Waterloo lasted a single day, yet it ended 23 years of warfare between France and Europe. 1. Napoleon may have lost on account of the rain. The Battle of Waterloo took place on June 18, 1815. In the days prior, heavy rains had soaked the fields. The ground was wet and muddy. Napoleon had strong artillery, but he worried about moving in the mud. He decided to wait for the ground to dry. Napoleon delayed his attack until noon. The delay gave the Prussians time to join the British. If Napoleon had attacked sooner, he may have won. 2. Napoleon never actually stepped foot in Waterloo. The 1815 battle took place south of the town. It was fought in other villages, like Braine-l'Alleud. The French called it the Battle of Mont Saint-Jean, but the Duke of Wellington used Waterloo for his headquarters. His report mentioned it as the Battle of Waterloo. That's the name that stuck. 3. Scavengers took teeth from dead soldiers. The locals used pliers, hammers, and chisels. They pulled out the front teeth from thousands of corpses. There was a high demand for human teeth back then. The scavengers sold the stolen teeth to dentists. English dentists did not hide where the teeth came from. They advertised Waterloo teeth openly. 4. Some think hemorrhoids was Napoleon's true Waterloo. The French commander allegedly had a bout of hemorrhoids that morning. It kept him from riding to survey the field like he usually did. This failure to review the site may have cost him, but there's little to no proof of any illness. 5. Napoleon almost escaped to the U.S. After Waterloo, Napoleon returned to Paris and abdicated. He then fled to the port town of Rochefort. His plan was likely to sail to America. A relative wrote that Napoleon is going to the United States, where we shall all join him. But British ships blocked the port. Napoleon feared the humiliation of capture at sea. With no way to reach America, he surrendered. The British exiled him to a remote island, where he died 6 years later. Napoleon's brother Joseph did make it to the U.S. After losing his throne in Spain, he settled in New Jersey. 6. Wellington's army wasn't entirely British. Wellington had 68,000 men. There were units from Ireland, Wales, and Scotland. About half of the soldiers were German. There were also big groups of Dutch and Belgians. Over 50,000 Prussians arrived late in the day. 7. Lord Uxbridge's leg was buried at Waterloo. Lord Uxbridge's leg was blown off during the fighting. Seeing the injury, he cried,
"By God, sir, I've lost my leg."
Wellington calmly replied,
"By God, sir, you have."
Uxbridge's leg was then amputated without anesthetic. The limb was buried at Waterloo with its own gravestone. It became a ghoulish tourist attraction. For years, lords and royals came to see it. The leg made money for the Paris family, who owned the land. In 1878, the relic caused a diplomatic rift. Uxbridge's son found the bones on display. The British ambassador demanded their return, but the Paris family hid them instead. 56 years later, the bones were found in their study.